Welcome. In front of me I have the Samsung Galaxy M33, and today I'll show you how you can bypass the Google verification on this device. Now, while I'm going through the initial setup right here a little bit, just to show you that the device is locked, there's a couple of things that you will need to get in the meantime. So there should be a link in the description with a link to our website, and you should be taken to this site. Now, if there is no link for some odd reason, then all you need to do is just navigate to HardReset.Info, just kind of showcase this off on the next tab. Oops, actually, wait. There we go. So HardReset.Info, and here type in the name of your device or the model, which in this case is M33. The one that I'm doing right now is this one. So it's the Galaxy M33 5G. And right here you'll find a bypass Google verification. And you're looking for this one. So the one that I'm doing right now is the Android 12/13 security patch 1022. So that's basically the same thing, as you can see, once it loads the crappy ads. There we go. Anyway, so once you have this open, in here you'll find two links in with the blue like color. So Samsung drivers and Samsung bypass FRP tool 3.31. So you want to download both of them. You can just open them up in the next tab if you want to by just clicking the mouse wheel and select download. I already have this installed, and when it comes down to Samsung FRP tool, I already have it downloaded and extracted right in my downloads folder right here. A little bit too many times, so let me just get rid of all of them. There we go. So it's this one, and that's all you need. Now let's go a little bit through troubleshooting right here, because I expect plenty of you will have a problem with this one. So what will happen when you try to download this, even before you extract it, Windows will automatically get rid of it, because Windows is Windows. It's going to detect it as malware, because Windows is such a bright operating system that it just removes everything that it doesn't recognize. So if it's not downloaded from known source, it must be spyware. So yeah, go figure, right? Probably like $1 trillion company, and they can't figure out that, hey, maybe we should actually scan the freaking files to see if they're malware, instead of just genuinely removing everything that we don't recognize. So yeah, to solve this problem, what you want to do is navigate into your start, right click on it, go into settings, security, updates and security, then Windows security, open Windows security, and again close this window that we had open, and because this will open up a new window, as you can see right here. And in here you're gonna go to virus and threat protection, and we're looking for, where is it? There we go. Virus and threat protection settings. Click on manage settings, and then scroll down to exclusions. Select add, and you can simply add an exclusion and make it your entire folder, the downloads folder, which is probably where for the most part of you will have their files downloaded to. If you're using Chrome, that's where Chrome downloads them to. So you would just add folder right here and click on downloads, and then select folder, which I already have added it, as you can see right here, so I don't need to do it again. What this will do is make it so when Windows scans for files, it's just going to give you this annoying freaking pop-up at the bottom right corner, but it won't actually remove the damn files when you actually want to use them. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with this later on, you can just use this once and then re-enable it, or basically remove this from here. Or there is another option. If we go back once in here you have real-time protection. You can disable this. What will happen is once the file gets downloaded, Windows will give you the pop-up. If you don't click on it, it's going to be fine. You can use that file. It's going to probably pop up several times, just constantly reminding you. So once you click on it, it will automatically re-enable this. So that's why you don't want to click on it. This will be more of a temporary kind of thing. So you can turn real-time protection off, and then once you're done, you just interact with the pop-up and it's going to automatically enable it back up. For everybody else who doesn't want Windows to meddle around with their files, deciding for them if it's going to keep it or remove it, then you can basically exclude downloads folder from folders that are being scanned. Anyway, once you have that, you can now install, number one, the drivers. So this file right here, Samsung drivers. This will allow the computer to see your phone when it's in, what is it, developer, or was it ADB connection? One of those two. But basically a mode that computers usually wouldn't see when it's plugged in. It will just detect that the phone is plugged in but won't have access to it. This will allow us access to it, so computer can actually read and write onto it. And the second one is the Samsung FRP bypass tool, which is the program that will be doing that reading and writing, which is right here. So simply right click on the exe, so the SAM FRP bypass tool. It shows on the side right here, application. So right click, run as admin, just so it doesn't give you any kind of problems. And we can minimize this. Now that we have everything prepared, going back to the phone right here, you can see that the phone right here is locked. It's telling me to confirm pattern, and obviously you can use the Google account instead. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show you, that it's locked right here. So from here, we're going to back out to the first page right here. To quickly go into it, we have done all of this. Do we need to plug it in? Okay, so we have this. Okay, so it should work that we just plug it in right now. I will bring this up and shorten this so I can keep everything on the screen. There we go. It's going to be cut out a little bit, but I can also move this. There we go. Can I close this? Aha. No, never mind, I can't. Okay. Annoying ads. Okay, so once you have plugged it in to your computer, you want to now type in this code. So you press on the dialer, bring up the keypad, and here you will select *#0*. Once you press the hash, it's going to activate. There we go. Brings up this mode. And then we simply go to, where is it? So we're going to select either remove FRP or remove FRP August 2022. I'm going to try the first one. It might not work. It's reading the device, as you can see. It gives me all the info about it. That's what the Samsung FRP or Samsung drivers were for. Otherwise, if it gives you just nothing here or some error, that means that you didn't install the drivers, or if you did, maybe you need to reboot the computer. Okay, it's telling me to put in the code, which I have already done, so I'm going to do it once more just in case. So there we go. Okay. Enabling ADB. Okay, so this one is not the one that we're looking for, so it looks like I need to use the August one. So let's keep this open, and I'm going to select the second one instead. Again, it's going to be reading it. I might need to close the program and reopen it. Yeah, let's try to do that. Actually, what will happen now? Okay, so it looks like I didn't need to close it. As you can see, it's sending ADB exploit, and there we go. Here you get a pop-up. Let's select always allow from this computer, and then select allow. There was a pop-up. I didn't manage to press anything. The ADB software, or the actual software that removes this, does it on its own. So here it just tells you FRP removed successfully. Congrats. You do want to I mean, I guess you can donate to them if this software worked for you. If you want to, it's not a requirement. You can select no or yes, obviously, if you want to donate. I'm gonna select no. But like I said, if you feel that this software was good for you, helped you out, go free, feel free to donate to them. I'm not the creator of this in any kind of way, so this is going to whoever actually made this. Now here on a phone, you can see that right now we have black screen and kind of weirdness happening. The device is already bypassed, but it's still kind of catching up. I believe we just wait. Or let's just select one. Just once, I guess. I selected the setup wizard. Okay, so yeah, it looks like nothing works. Now let's see if there's any kind of step. So we have done all this right here. No, actually, yes, exit. Okay, there we go. So I selected the other one, the app cloud or whatever it was, and then selected later. It's one of those pop-ups that kind of tells you that continue setting up your device even after you set it up if you skipped some things. Now, once you have access to the home screen, you do want to do one last thing. Even though the software does say that FRP has been removed, so the protection that was on this device is now completely gone, I do still recommend doing one last step just to be absolutely certain, which is going into the settings and performing a factory reset of the device. So settings, general management, and then reset, factory data reset, and then select delete all. This will perform, like I mentioned, factory reset of the device, and it will bring you back to the setup screen, but at that point the device will be fully unlocked. You can go through the setup and set up everything that you want. So you can add your Google account if you choose to, log into some kind of Wi-Fi, and so on. You can import data and all that stuff. You will just have a nice new setup of the device. Because on this here, we just kind of completely said goodbye to setup, and yeah, it's, as you've seen, it automatically got us to the home screen. So I do recommend doing that as a last step, just to ensure that everything is completely clean. With that being said, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.